It was me! I killed Nagito! Hi. How's it going, everybody? It's time for water. Oh, was that not the right thing to do? Was I not supposed to confess at the beginning of the trial? That would be quite the twist if it turned out to be the protagonist. Without knowing it, somehow. It was me! I died! Note, I haven't died yet, but it's,
Now then, during the class trial,
it very well could still happen.
If you vote correctly, then
Given
only
how
the black
frickin'
one
hot
will
it still
receive
is.
Punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone.
yeah, nobody tell Dovey.
Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you?
Oop.
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
I know he's played it, but still, nobody tell Dovey.
Chesto!
Chestoberry?
One more time! Jeez! How about this one?
Machine gun arm!
This will be my final blow! It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
It's Monokumin time.
Right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake.
Was he? Or was it just
Who
for
in
his
the
own
world
curiosity?
killed him? I'm so curious.
It was me! It wasn't actually me.
The traitor.
Probably.
That traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
John? Yes.
Huh?
Yes, he is.
Are you
You've
trying
seen
to
his
protect the
body.
traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Yes, I have. I have seen his personality, but still.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
Oh man, we're just jumping right into it, aren't we? Thanks, Sikabi.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
Wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
Whoop!
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko. I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Whoop!
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
Alright, let's look at our bullets. Okay, so we've got...
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up.
If they were...
What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I'm already confused. If they were... Yeah, okay. Literally the ultimate Yakuza, torturing is in your job description. No, he doesn't do it himself. That's what he has lackeys for. Okay.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth. I'm telling you, they were.
The reason Nagito's body.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was.
Excuse
so
me.
beat up. What were they trying to find? Definitely the bomb's hot. If so, is whoever found the that was Fuyuhiko.
Well, that's what Peko was for. Not so much anymore.
The killer didn't take. I'm telling you, they were tortured.
The reason Nagito's body.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Okay. I'm less confused now. The obvious solution was the correct one.
Was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
Exactly.
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
That was fast.
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
You just realized that... What? Jime's me. Again, without knowing it. Oh my god. Okay. Let's do this.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
Incorrect.
But if you tape his mouth shut,
Where...
how is he supposed to answer it?
I can't pick a sword.
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Ah!
Damn it!
Love it.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information. Then, after they killed him...
There we go.
Allow me to cut through those words.
I was thinking there was going to be a third prompt after that, which is why I broke it.
No. There's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
You heard me.
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Obviously.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a crush on him or something?
Yes, but that's beside the point.
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face
Was it
wasn't
you,
under the
John?
duct tape, remember?
Did you kill him?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
He needs a redeeming quality. I thought you also hated Chiaki,
Perhaps
though.
the duct tape was used so we wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
Probably. Maybe.
So, friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must
No,
be
the only
unclassed
crazy
best.
one here is Nagito. And
If not, they
maybe
wouldn't have taken
Monokuma.
the time to set fire to the crime
Maybe.
scene and destroy all
Probably.
the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Like how Sonia's absent from the
Yeah.
picture for some
Right
reason,
after I
even though
opened
she
the
was
warehouse
there.
door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set
Makoto
the
was
fire.
there.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
That would make sense.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect.
Bruh.
Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
No.
Damn right it is!
Excellent. God damn it to hell.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
You would
The
think.
killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Magic.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
Perhaps. You might be onto something there. The weirdest answer is usually the right one. That's how this place works. This game.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused intense wind pressure to tip over the lighter. The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Okay, let's... It looks like this is what caused the fire. That does check out, yes, good.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Are you still ignoring me?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
I really don't like how it doesn't give me any more information about the lighter itself. that I could use to, like, agree with something. Got it. Okay.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter,
Let's just...
It could have ignited some way. Maybe they used invisible. There should have been a way to. Or perhaps.
Whoop, that's the wrong button! Wrong button, wrong button, wrong button, wrong button! Boink! But... Boink! There we go.
I agree with that.
I agree with your face!
I
Is
also
probably
agree
what
that
Kazuichi
opening
would
the
say.
door is what started the fire.
just as I thought. It was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
Incorrect. But good try.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
Oh yeah, no, it couldn't
Probably
possibly
arranged
mean
those Monokuma
anything.
panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
Correct. That's definitely the only thing they're
In place
used
of
for.
those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
Would we not hear them, though?
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Well, I don't know how common dominoes are in Japan, though. One thing to hide the domino effect. Did they... Was it that they were trying to distract us with the music, or...?
I see!
I guess so! Yep, alright.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Boom!
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
I like how Guy Fieri here is,
So the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
being the voice of reason.
And when we opened the door, the domino...
Not a
was
thing
free,
that I
and
think
the
any of us
fire
ever
eventually
expected,
reached the lighter.
Yeah,
based
And
on
that's
his
how the warehouse
personality
caught
in the
on
first
fire.
couple chapters.
at least that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door,
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
but the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major
Well, yeah, how would
problem.
they have
I mean,
gotten out in that
door
case?
was the only entrance to the warehouse.
Took his girlfriend dying to shape up, exactly. We couldn't take any merch! Oh no!
I see.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
Yeah, we're past that, Sonia.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
What?
You don't mean...
Hajime? What do you mean?
Yeah? It... I mean...
This is my answer! What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
You know as well as I
This
do
was
that that doesn't
suicide?
make any sense.
Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But
That's possible, but there's no way he could tie himself up like that.
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.